กินน้ำตกกันไหม
จ้าจ้า
นี่อะไรยาวดองใช่ไหม
อย่าดองใช่ไหม
Hey folks, and welcome to I guess a little bit of a cloudy day here in Bangsaen today. I'm just going down the main drag here, and I'm going to turn off down here in a couple blocks. There's a road that runs alongside the university that has a couple pawn shops, and they're only a couple blocks from each other. It's like 1, 2, they come right up. And I've been going by there, the last couple days or week, every couple days, the last couple weeks, I guess, to see what they have in inventory, because there's some gear that I need. And I think right now with what's going on, there may be people that are pawning more items than usual because they may be low on cash or whatever. So I'm just going to go by there, and we'll stop in and we'll take a look, and you can see what a pawn shop in Thailand looks like. But the reason I'm kind of hitting these pawn shops up regularly is because I'm getting ready to go on a trip. So let me put up a map here and we'll talk a little bit about that. So I'm just starting to plan and route this trip out, but it's going to take us through the north and east sections of Thailand, what is known commonly as Issan. And this is kind of the route that I'm working with. Nothing's finalized yet, but it'll take 2 weeks, about 14 days. It'll be a 14-day trip, and it looks like it's going to be right at about 2,000 kilometers. So I went to Issan last year, Buriram to be specific, just about a 5-day trip. Wasn't a whole tour or anything, but I did see a lot of interesting places and meet some interesting people. And I had fun. So for that reason, I want to go back. So yeah, welcome to rural Buriram. This was filmed last June, so the end of June of 2019. It's a pretty time to visit Issan. It's the rainy season has started. You can see they've got some water and stuff going on, and everything, most things are green or almost green. So I think it's a good time of year to visit, and it's well after Songkran. It's kind of during the low season. But this year, with what's going on, I don't know, it may thwart my plans. So if June's no good, maybe July. If July's no good, maybe August. I wouldn't go in September. I think that's in the heart of the rainy season. Even August is a little bit pushing it. But I sure did see a lot of stuff in Buriram. I'll take you around and show you a couple little things. And met a lot of nice people up there, not the least of which were these ladies outside the Chang Arena. Hey.
ไปไหน
ไปเที่ยว
นู่มีแฟนยัง มีแฟนยัง
ไม่มีเลย
มี
ไม่เอา
ไม่เอา พักอยู่ที่ไหนคะ
พักบางแสน
บางแสนเหรอขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์มานี่
ใช่
โอ้เก่ง
ไปเที่ยว3 วัน
พักตามรีสอร์ทใช่ไหมเนี่ย โรงแรมเหรอ
ใช่ใช่อันนี้โรงแรม
ไม่ชอบคนไทยบ้างเหรอ
So yeah, I thought they were a little bit smitten, but they were a lot of fun. And they were working right outside this Chang Arena here. That's their soccer or football stadium. And behind that stadium is another whole great big complex for their motorsports, where they have the MotoGP and all that. So huge grounds, lot to go through there. I went all through the whole, I think they call it the Thunder Arena as well. And all through downtown Buriram. I even went to an inactive volcano that's a short distance out of town, maybe about 5-6 kilometers outside of downtown Buriram. But I remember this week very vividly. I remember all the things I did, and it was a good time. So I'm thinking this next trip is going to be similar, but I'll cover a lot more different cities and towns and a lot more attractions along the way. In fact, it's going to be about 3 times longer than this trip was. So for that reason, it kind of brings circles all the way back to why we're at the pawn shop today. And one of the things that I'm looking for there is a laptop computer. Currently, I do all my video editing and uploading on a desktop computer at home. Hey, I think there's a good Irish pub down here on the right. I think I remember having a couple drinks or 3 down there. But anyway, I'll need a laptop so I can travel and be able to upload videos as I travel. So that's what we're doing at the pawn shop today. So let's go back and see what we can find. So let's go over here to the first one. This is it right here in front of us. It's called Dummy. And I rode by it on the way out here like a dummy. But that's the name of it. And we'll go in. To my surprise, the shelves were kind of empty today. Now, in fairness to him, he did say that if I came back after 5, he would be all stocked back up. Maybe he had to move inventory out for a show or something. I'm not sure. But it was kind of slim pickings in here today. I also look at the cameras while I'm there. Here's the laptops that he has today, and I don't know that any of these would fit the bill. You know, video editing is a little bit heavy duty, and you need something with some horsepower. And these look like they're older and tired, so not really what I'm looking for. He usually has a lot of camera stuff as well, and I am looking to trade in my. I've got a really nice Nikon DSLR that I don't use much, and I want to try to get a Canon G7X as well for vlogging. So let's go down to the other one. It's just a block away here, and see if he's got anything. That's why I like coming over here, because there's two pawn shops you can visit just a minute apart. So this would be the second one here. I'm not sure the name of this one. I think it's just called Pawn or something like that. I'm not sure. But he also always has a lot of camera stuff, so we can check on that while we're here. And laptops. Those seem to be popular items, and I'm kind of shopping for both, so these are kind of right up my alley. He also has a lot of cell phones, and they'll have watches and the kind of stuff that people pawn when they need money. This little Apple Air MacBook Air, I guess you call it, seems like a good deal. 8,000 baht. That's like a high-end. It's an older one, but that's like a high-end MacBook Air. But they have some thermal issues, and I don't think they're with that graphics card. Well, actually, a lack of a graphics card. I don't think that's up to the task either. But for $245, that's a nice MacBook Air for somebody. And there's some older units as well. So I got smart this time, and I wrote down what I'm looking for and gave him on one of his business cards so he can contact me if he gets in some new merch. So one thing I've been missing since all this has been going on with the restaurants closed and everything is some good noodle soup. And we spotted a vendor out of the corner of my eye, and I'm going to try to get some to go.
สยายหมูไม่เอา
ธรรมดาครับพิเศษ40 บาทธรรมดา35
เอา40 บาท
Yeah, I've never got it to go before. A lot of these places, they'll have a couple little stools and a little table set up, and you can just eat right there on the street. And that's usually what I do. It's nice and piping hot coming out of there with the broth, and I just sit right there on the street and eat it. And but today I'm going to try to get it to go. I've never done that before, but it looks like he bags up the noodles, the veg, and the meat in one bag, and then he'll start another bag. For the broth. So this isn't anything out of the ordinary. People do this every day. Some people eat this for lunch every day, and they get these bags. I've just never personally done it, but I don't have any other choice really today, so I'm going to try to get some of this to go and take it home and eat it at home. But he asked me if I wanted this. I think that's pig's blood. I'm pretty sure mixed in with the broth, and I joked. I said that looks like the bootleg Thai whiskey that they sell, known as Yao Dong. It's that red color a lot of times. He got a kick out of that. But he'll get this all bagged up, and then go home and I guess heat it up a little bit or something. But if that works out, I've really missed this. I used to eat this 3-4 times a week, and I haven't had it for about 6 weeks now. So it's going to be nice and special. Now, if you watched my other videos, I always talk about street vendors and them not having change. Here's a 40 baht noodle soup. We pay with a 100. He doesn't have the change. So that's why I always say use small bills. And 100 would be a small bill, but he still didn't have change. But this lovely young lady sitting here waiting in queue, she's going to change. She's going to change the 100, and she's got some 20s. So that was nice of her, and that's a big help. But just goes to show you what you face a lot of times. So always carry those small bills. Let's get this home. I'll show you what it looks like. So I just put it all in a bowl and mix the broth with the noodles and all that. He didn't give me much chili to put in there. Very, very chintzy on the chili, but it's okay. I can rectify that myself. I have my own supply at home, so you can. That's the good part about bringing it home. You can doctor it up a little bit there, and we'll chop up some couple little extra greens and put in there too. There you go, and there it is. So this is going to be just as good as eating it on the street, if not better. So that's a little look at the pawn shops and a little about the trip that I'm planning. And I'm hoping I'll be able to go. Maybe I'm a little overly optimistic for June or July. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. It's practically May by the time I post this, so it's not looking like there's any big changes coming up in May. May looks like it's going to look a lot like April did. Might be some loosening. We just don't know yet. So we'll see. June is looking promising at this point, but here again, just have to see how it goes. And meanwhile, I'll keep planning the trip and getting the gear that I need, so whenever this does all finally wind up, I can go and hopefully make a little epic journey through Issan. So I'll go ahead and leave this off here, and as usual, I'll thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.